On this Valentine's Day 2012, a lot of young people coming up right now may not be able to fathom what happened to a couple named Richard and Mildred Loving back in the 1950s. Their interracial marriage was declared illegal and they were banished from their home state. Now, more than 50 years later, their name is forever attached to a big Supreme Court case, and their landmark love story is being told. Our report tonight from NBC's Rahema Ellis.
For Richard and Mildred, it was love at first sight, but it was also a crime when they married 54 years ago and wanted to live in Virginia. They were arrested at home in the middle of the night.
They asked Richard who was that woman he was sleeping with. I said, I'm his wife, and the sheriff said, not here, you're not.
Their struggle to live together in a state that outlawed interracial marriage is the focus of a new HBO documentary, The Loving Story. Richard and Mildred Loving were convicted and exiled from Virginia for 25 years. This soft-spoken, unassuming couple never intended to make history. They just wanted to raise their 3 children together.
She didn't want to be a Rosa Parks, and no, he didn't want to be a Martin Luther King. I think the world needs to know that it was because of my parents. Sorry. That they can marry any race that they want.
The civil rights movement gave the Lovings hope. Phil Hirschkopf argued on their behalf before the U.S. Supreme Court. The result? A landmark ruling in 1967, striking down the last of the segregation laws against mixed-race marriage.
The court was ready for us. They would not any longer tolerate such a deprivation of rights.
After Richard and Mildred's death, director Nancy Bursky felt compelled to document the couple's defiance.
It was a story about race, but it was also such a profound love story.
And a story of reluctant heroes.
How would you describe your mom and dad?
Very loving, stern, private, but with great determination.
They will lose the small battles and win the big war.
The film reveals a compelling portrait of the Lovings, who helped change America by simply living up to their name. Rahema Ellis, NBC News, New York.